Imagine inviting someone into your home, only for them to vanish without a trace. A freezer filled with severed heads, acid barrels dissolving human remains, and Polaroids capturing every chilling detail. This isn't fiction. This was Jeffrey Dahmer's reality. He didn't just kill, he experimented, preserved, and posed his victims. And the most haunting part? Authorities couldn't have stopped him. More than once. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Paradox Route, where we uncover shocking mysteries and unbelievable stories that challenge everything you know. Today, we're unraveling one of the most disturbing true crime cases in American history, the twisted life and crimes of Jeffrey Dahmer, the Milwaukee Cannibal. Jeffrey Dahmer was born on May 21st, 1960, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. On the surface, his childhood seemed average. But underneath that was a storm brewing. Some say his home was loving. Others recall constant fighting, emotional neglect, and a mother battling depression. His father, a chemist, was mostly absent. At just 4 years old, Dahmer underwent surgery for a double hernia. After that, something changed. He became distant, emotionless. By grade school, Jeffrey wasn't playing with toys, he was dissecting roadkill. Birds, squirrels, and raccoons were just the beginning. He collected bones. He stored dead animals in jars. He nailed a dog's corpse to a tree and mounted its skull on a cross. He wasn't just fascinated with death, he was studying it. During high school, Dahmer drank heavily. We're not talking about teenage experimentation. This was blackout-level drinking in class. By 14, he realized he was gay, but never came out. Instead, he buried his identity, feeding dark sexual fantasies involving total control and domination. When his parents divorced in 1978, they left 18-year-old Jeffrey home alone. And that's when it all began. June 18th, 1978, Dahmer picked up a hitchhiker named Stephen Hicks. They drank, listened to music, but when Stephen tried to leave, Dahmer panicked. He bludgeoned him with a dumbbell, strangled him, and dismembered the body. He buried the remains in his backyard, but weeks later, dug them up, dissolved the flesh in acid, crushed the bones, and scattered them in the woods. This wasn't a one-time thing. It was the beginning of a cycle that would span over a decade. Dahmer briefly enrolled in college, then joined the army, but his drinking followed him. He was discharged in 1981. 2 soldiers would later accuse him of rape during service. He drifted to Florida, then back to Ohio, and finally moved in with his grandmother in Milwaukee, a woman who had no idea what he was becoming. At her house, Dahmer started bringing home men from bars, drugging and sexually assaulting them. Eventually, bathhouses banned him for drugging patrons. Then came the killings. In 1987, he killed again, claiming it was accidental. But after that, it became routine. Lure, drug, strangle, dismember, photograph. He tried to preserve parts of his victims. Skulls, hearts, genitals stored in his apartment like trophies. He attempted crude zombie experiments, drilling into their skulls and injecting acid to create living sex slaves. None survived. Neighbors noticed odd smells and loud sounds like chainsaws. Dahmer explained it away: spoiled meat, dead pets, fish tank accidents. No one pushed further. In May 1991, Dahmer lured a 14-year-old boy, drugged him, and drilled into his skull. The boy escaped. Naked, dazed, and bleeding, he was found by neighbors who immediately called police. But when officers arrived, Dahmer calmly claimed it was a lover's spat. He even joked that the boy was his 19-year-old boyfriend. Despite clear signs of trauma, the police handed the boy back to Dahmer. He was dead within an hour. In July 1991, one of Dahmer's victims, Tracy Edwards, escaped his apartment with a handcuff still on his wrists. Police entered the apartment and were hit with the smell of death. Inside, they found Polaroids, showing dismembered bodies in various stages. Then they found the remains: heads in the fridge, torsos in barrels, skulls on shelves. 17 victims, some as young as 14. Dahmer confessed to everything, cold, calm, unshaken. His trial began in January 1992. Dahmer pled guilty but claimed insanity. The jury didn't buy it. He was sentenced to life in prison plus 70 years. Wisconsin had no death penalty. Many believed life behind bars was a more fitting punishment, one filled with reflection, regret, and suffering. On November 28, 1994, Dahmer was attacked by a fellow inmate with a metal bar. He died alongside another prisoner. His killer later claimed, "God told me to do it." Dahmer's family distanced themselves, his brother changed his name and vanished from public life. But what's most disturbing? Jeffrey Dahmer has become a pop culture icon. There are documentaries, shows, tours, even fans romanticizing his crimes. It's beyond disturbing. This wasn't a misunderstood genius or an edgy anti-hero. This was a monster, one who could have been stopped, one the world watched slip through the cracks again and again. If this story shook you, subscribe to Paradox Route for more chilling tales, real-life mysteries, and stories that challenge everything you think you know. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.